Officer's Log 1028-0523.0345 SRD 0-90-21. What we had in Silantian orbital space was in fact contact for the third time, but the incident had already become a tragedy. UTOO had disguised themselves as meteorites with the intention of launching a sneak attack. SRF, with its newest utility fighter, Silpheed, valiantly defended the colony but was nevertheless no match for the incoming adversary. Silantian defenders lost half their forces in the first 30 minutes of the battle. At 0519.0100 hours, a small portion of UTOO succeeded in landing on the planetary surface. Immediately after losing contact with the northern continent, along with all the FSF bases, the entire planet was absorbed by optical weapons of an unknown nature. Thus fell Salant in just 1800 seconds. It took an unbelievably long 89 hours for the Federal Assembly on Earth to recognize UTOO as a hostile alien civilization and order the counterattack. GHQ, in near panic, was slow to come up with a plan of action. The final decision, the complete obliteration of Salant and all the rest of the 11th sector by IPCM bombing, left no room for preserving either the planet nor its inhabitants. SRF understandably rejected the GHQ plan outright. As of 0330 hours, SRF independently decided to launch a voluntary rescue mission with its remaining Silpheeds. As for the intentions and characteristics of the UTOO, we can draw no definite conclusion due to the lack of solid information.
Begin mounting your weapons now.
Now, welcome back to episode 2. For this stage, we get 2 new weapons, the Optics Laser and the Napalm Bomb. Optics Laser is basically a straight-up upgrade to the original Vulcan. The Napalm Bomb gives the player an area of attack around the ship. It's really useful, and is one of the only ways to really attack behind yourself. So for stage 2, we've gone down to the planet to try to evacuate anyone who may have survived. Now you can see the 2 new attacks. These enemies will be coming up from below, so you can figure out where they're going to be and shoot them. And the laser basically does just function like the Vulcan, but you can see it has a very limited amount of laser on screen. So the thing to know about the Napalm Bomb is that each of the 6 bombs is firing independently of the rest, so if one of them gets blown up before the others, it'll fire again before the others have reloaded.
Warning! Large craft approaching! Attack and destroy!
And we've got a sub-boss already.
Something big's coming this way, people!
Basically, it's just bigger than the small ones we were fighting, these weird jellyfish type things. First thing it'll do after bouncing around a little bit is send energy to those little satellite dish arms, and those fire lasers. So by destroying those quickly, you can really limit where it fires from. Even then, I still got hit. Now as we move into the city, we can see just what level of destruction the aliens have caused. Now the bombs are really useful in this situation because they fire to the sides and they keep the tentacles really short so they can't attack back.
Change your horses. We are going over. Watch your 6. Don't go rushing into those buildings.
I believe crashing into buildings is a real threat coming up here because my weapons will start hitting some of the buildings.
Military or not military, the crisis away from this area. Fly slow.
Otherwise, though, the laser is really cool because for weaker enemies, it does go straight through them. So the whole laser will just keep going, take out whole lines of guys. Another strategy with the weapons of the napalm bomb is that it actually is extremely powerful. So, lining yourself up in just the right position to hit something with the napalm bomb usually will kill it very quickly. See, I have to go around this building. And I got hit again because I wasn't paying attention. Now this part, there's really no reason to, but I go for both of the weird orb things. You do have enough time to do so with this weapon combination. You can see I didn't want to try to risk getting hit by lasers again, so I used the napalm bombs to finish all of them off. And I had no idea what happened when I was playing, but I see now I actually flew into the tower.
Wait, there's a fighter taking over. Come in, this is the 719 Squadron SSS. We've come to aren't they supposed to be our allies? I don't think anybody's on that plane.
Okay, time to shoot the planes. So as we can see here, the aliens can absorb our technology. Now the planes are pretty easy. They each have one attack like this, and essentially you just go to the side if it's going to do the flip. And then when there's one, it becomes really simple. They don't attack nearly often enough to be a threat. Finally, we've reached the refuel point on this level. I've taken 3 hits of damage. I've got 10 HP total. And I'll just use the same weapons for the rest of this. I don't really like the Vulcans at all. So, you just saw the next sub-boss. Later stages of the game have multiple sub-bosses. This one's fairly interesting. Each of those spines can fire at you, so if you destroy them quickly, you lower how much damage the boss can possibly do. While the head and the tail are really the areas you have to shoot to kill the boss. Yeah, I didn't realize that the laser on that attack stays out for so long, and it got me. So, sub-boss down, 9 HP left. Beginning the under the surface of the world part of the stage. And just in case you forgot that this game was 3D,
Wow, this is more difficult than Sword Canyon. Watch out for that lava coming out.
now the part that's frustrating is right there. For, I guess, the one practice run that I did, I was able to get through this part perfectly. So of course when I'm recording I have to get hit by some of the lava. you do get points for this, so I feel like there's some method one could take to just maximize their score, but I'm not really interested in that. But now we finally find ourselves facing the boss of the stage.
Under that lava surface. Be careful of the little flare.
And it's definitely a thing.
Where's that devil surface?
This boss is a little frustrating just because it plays more with the whole 3D aspect of the game. When you're flying at strange angles trying to dodge rocks that's knocking down at you, it can be a little difficult. Also trying to shoot it at strange angles it's very frustrating. So one of its attacks that actually drags in the lava and kicks it up at you. I always forget about that one before it does it the first time. Now, don't bother trying to be in the middle like I'm doing. You're just gonna get hit a whole bunch. I suppose you could just do what I do and brute force the boss fight. So we've been down to the planet, we've tried to evacuate people, or survivors, but didn't find any. I guess it's time for the next part of the plan.
Clear runway. Evacuate from over access.
We've just
And clear
lost
the runway.
radio contact for 108 Squadron.
AY2016, AZ5233, distance 2008.
It's G. Craig, interstellar cruise missile. 12 o'clock. Coming out of warp. Now!
What? By Jove, that can't be a shield. No known shield can withstand ISCM.